Hey guys, Tony here. A lot of you guys wanted me to do a lot of you guys wanted me to do a TA on AMC. There's only really two reasons that AMC can run. That's either on volume or it's a short squeeze. And there still hasn't been a short squeeze. It hasn't happened yet. And this is basically just on volume. People are just buying in a whole bunch of fucking AMC and a lot of buy orders coming in. But all that's doing right now is running on momentum. So we guys need to really understand what's going on right now, because I feel a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's short squeezing, it's short squeezing. It's not short squeezing, man. Like, this is not a short squeeze. A short squeeze is way more violent than what price happened recently, from $10 to like a 3x and stuff. I mean, it's not crazy violent, but it is. But again, like, I'm just gonna mark up some pretty significant prices of resistance that would probably end up hitting here. I think what would be a solid price of, I think 30 might be a solid price. Yeah, so I don't think there's too much, I think, resistance going on as far as that's going to be another one. I don't really need too many because we already crossed. We're at $26, and at today's highs we did what? 29.76. Yeah, so a little under $30. Here's the thing: the only real prevention here is gonna be, the only real resistance is gonna be at $27.39. It's gonna be around the $30 level, and it's gonna be again around the $35 and like 50 cents, 70 cents level. Those are really your only big points of resistance, to be honest. But this is a completely big momentum play. We actually just crossed. We cut out previous momentum rises, but look, I'm gonna base this off of the stochastic, because this is basically a momentum play, and the stoch is super helpful in actually helping you determine how strong a momentum push is gonna be. And it seems like the only other way we actually bounce down is by hitting this 64.48 level. I don't know if you guys can see down here on the lower screen. Guess what was previous resistance on the Stoch? 64.48, around this level, right? You guys can see right here on the left-hand side, it was back in August 13 of 2015. So what, 6 years ago? You're gonna hit that resistance again pretty soon. I'd argue maybe you hit that tomorrow, maybe. But this is for the monthly chart. So technically AMC has started this rep for like the peak low of this, was like in December. So it's basically been a straight shot. Well, not a straight shot up, but it's basically been in bullish territory since December. I can argue though. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say that I don't know where it's gonna cross, but I think there's very strong resistance at that 64.48 level on the monthly chart, and I think that once AMC hits that, it's gonna be a very big test on whether it's gonna go down or it's gonna keep rising. I don't think AMC has a possibility of short squeezing to some like ridiculous amounts that a lot of people are talking about. I really don't think so. I don't think AMC is a short squeeze. It's nothing like GameStop. GameStop actually has a very small like share float, whereas AMC's actual share float is like insanely huge, and it's not really that. I mean, it's shorted, but it's not like shorted as much as GameStop. So GameStop, I can definitely see prices of 1,000, 10,000, 100K is a little crazy. $1 million is kind of crazy to me, but I can definitely see what people think GameStop can rally to like $1,000 or $10,000. I would not be surprised if GameStop actually rallies to these prices if the short interest is actually at that high of a percentage. Whereas AMC's short float is so high, it would be insane for it to actually hit. I think the most that AMC can actually hit, at most, and this is me comparing GameStop at $1 million to AMC at like $100, to be honest. I don't think AMC is ever gonna go more than $100, and that's like hitting Murphy's Law. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's insanity. And at that point, like, the whole stock market is fucking tanking. Everything else has gone to shit except for AMC and like GameStop probably. that's at like peak. I don't think AMC is gonna run to $100. You know, I'd be surprised if AMC actually goes past like $35. Because if it does, there's a strong chance that it's basically just gonna keep going up. I wouldn't even know where to actually call the final price on AMC, to be completely honest, because just doing simple, like, I don't know how to even say it, right? Just from, you know, let's go with the fibs, right? So let's go from peak low. Peak low was maybe like down here. So peak low. Actually, that's my mistake. Should have actually been peak high. So peak high to peak low. I mean, the next stop, again, this is basically being perfect, right? It's around that 35 mark. If we do end up crossing that 35 or that $36 mark, and we retest it as support, the next level that we go up to is $57. And then after that, it's 91.85. After that is 126, then 147. Like, these numbers can get crazy, but I really doubt that it's going to go up that high, to be honest. I don't think it's going to go up that high. But like I said, I do think AMC hasn't stopped the rally. I do think it's more of a momentum play, and the only way that I would actually think that it's going to stop is if it goes back and retests, or if it passes this 64, like 48 level on the Stoch. That's when I think that if it actually surpasses that level, that's when I know AMC will still continue to run. Other than that, there's a chance that it's going to hit peaks at that 64.48 for the stochastic and then probably like shoot back down. But again, I could be right. So, price, I don't have a forecast. Like I said, AMC, GameStop, I don't really have a big forecast for any of these. I just don't think AMC is going to run up as much as GameStop. I think GameStop's potential is absolutely ridiculous as opposed to what AMC offers in comparison, right? But yeah, I do think AMC still has a strong chance of possibly hitting like, you know, $30 or closing at least at $30. My opinion, right? But yeah, I'll see you guys later.